Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Here at the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry, we like to focus on our community and help our local businesses expand and succeed.
Why join WCCBI? Not only do we offer a way for local businesses to grow and prosper, but we also provide business development, community involvement, and member benefits.
Becoming a member of WCCBI includes benefits such as networking and ribbon cutting.
Become a member or to see additional information, visit WCCBI.org today.
With locations in Shippensville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
At AGI Industries in Clarendon, our state-of-the-art fabrication facility brings your custom-engineered products to life. With cutting-edge machinery and skilled professionals, we deliver precision-crafted solutions tailored to your needs. From trench box and storage container rentals to sandblasting, refurbishing, and painting equipment, plus expert metal fabrication, compressor stations, filters, separators, ASME vessels, and pig loaders, AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Well, after 2 weeks and 4 games on the road, the Dragons are home for the first time this season. But the Lancers have designs on spoiling the home opener. Warren hosts General McLane in a District 10 Region 5 volleyball matchup. Next, right here on your Daily Local on the YDL Sports Network.
Providing in-depth audio, video, and written coverage of high school and small college sports across Western Pennsylvania. The YDL Sports Network. If you love sports, this is the place to be.
And a very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Joseph A. Massey Gymnasium here at Warren Area High School as the Dragons are getting set to host the General McLane Lancers in a District 10 Region 5 volleyball matchup. Warren comes into this one sporting a 4-0 record, all 4 of those matches on the road. This is their home opener. They are 2-0 in Region 5 play. General McLane comes in at 1-2 overall and 0-2 in Region 5 play. Lancers in search of their first region victory would love to get it here tonight and spoil the Dragons' home opener. This is the Casella pregame show. Fans are an essential part of any team. Visit Casella.com to join our team today. Casella, our people, your team. And our game stream tonight is powered by Oil Country Crates. Your products are protection, oilcountrycrates.com. And you're on the Warren Tire Center drive to the game. Warren Tire Center, make sure you get to the game in comfort. Visit them online, warrentirecenter.com, 814-723-8050. Brian Hagler with you here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network, and it is my extreme pleasure to welcome into our broadcast booth here for the first time on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network, the longtime voice of the Dragons, Mr. Tim Giuliano. Tim, welcome to the broadcast.
Well, thank you, Brian. Great to be here. I have to confess and admit to everybody, I know nothing about volleyball, but we're going to give it our best shot and try to provide a little bit of color commentary tonight.
Well, I will do the best that I can to help you along and learn this great game of volleyball. Should be a great matchup here tonight. Again, Dragons come in undefeated, looking to move to 3-0 in region play with a match at Meadville looming on Thursday, but certainly can't overlook a young and excited Lancers squad. They want to come out here and get a big win against the Dragons here tonight.
Oh, there's nothing sweeter than going to the person's home field and knocking them off when they're favored against you, kind of like the Warren football Dragons did this past weekend in Franklin. But it's great because if you can quiet the crowd and take them out of that, it's very satisfying and it builds your confidence.
Well, and this is certainly, Warren is known for having one of the better home crowds in District 10. The flannel panel, of course, dressed in flannel this evening. I can see over here to our right. A great student section. And, if General McLane can come out here and string some points together early, maybe take a first set or two, you come and quiet that crowd, and it makes a big difference as the match goes on.
Yeah, you made an excellent point here. This crowd, there's a lot of people here tonight that I didn't know how packed the gym would be. I mean, the balcony's about half filled, and we've got a lot of fans here tonight. This is great support for the Warren team.
And, and again, a great challenge coming in here for Warren. They've had a couple of close ones, and, they played state-ranked teams in Maplewood and Cathedral Prep already on the road and got big wins against both of those teams. Maplewood, I just saw today, the number 10 team in Class 1A. Cathedral Prep's the number 10 team in Class 2A. And Warren's the number 9 team in Class 3A. And I know that's one of those things that Coach Mike Dolan has really tried to do throughout the last few years is schedule tough non-region opponents. They've got Clarion coming up here in October, which should be another great test for them. But, he knows, there's a banner hanging up there. They know what it takes to reach the state finals, and he knows that you've got to challenge yourself throughout the season to get there.
Oh, absolutely. If you play better teams, it makes you raise your level of the game, and that gets you ready for playoff action down the road.
All right, with that, we're going to step aside. We'll come back with more of the Casella pregame show right here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network.
Here in Warren County, Seneca Generation delivers more than electricity. We provide clean, reliable power, and we're proud to call this community home. Our team is committed to giving back, supporting local programs, and helping create opportunities that make a difference for families, schools, and neighborhoods. Because powering homes means empowering lives. Seneca Generation, powering your home, empowering our community.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at ICYYinc.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear icy.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home, then stop in at 4234 Market Street to let one of the agents at Howard Hanna Professionals help. Our friendly and knowledgeable agents can help you find the key to your dream home. Looking for a new career? Howard Hanna Professionals can help there too. Howard Hanna Professionals will assist new and experienced agents with the startup fees for an exciting career in real estate. Call Katrina Laurie at 814-726-2000 for more information.
We think Ross Becker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local, we're knowledgeable, we have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here, you can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Make 2025 the year you take the next step in your career with the Clinical Medical Assistant Program or Professional Development Seminars at the Warren Forest High Ed Council. Learn how to make college affordable at the Financial Aid Seminar or grow your personal skill set with Fall Country Brunch and Event Planning Made Easy classes. Go to high-ed.org or call 814-723-3222 to register. The Warren Forest High Ed Council, your access to lifelong learning.
Welcome back in here to Warren Area High School, just about 5 minutes away from the start of this District 10 Region 5 matchup. The Warren Dragons hosting the General McLane Lancers here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. Brian Hagberg, Tim Giuliano with you. And Tim, welcome into the AGI Industries Storage Containers broadcast booth.
Thank you very much, AGI Industries Storage Container broadcast booth. AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
And then at the top of our screen is the Rouse scoreboard powered by Seneca Generation.
And our scoreboard tonight is brought to you by Rouse. Rouse is caring for generations. Visit rouse.org to find out more. And our board is powered by Seneca Generation. Seneca Generation, powering your home, powering our community. And I spent a few years down at the Rouse.
Yes, you did. And I spent at least a couple of months anyway. My lovely bride was down there with you.
That's right. We were together for a while and gone different directions. But, it was a great experience. Yeah. And that's a nice home down there.
Yeah, and certainly thank our friends down at the Rouse for sponsoring all of our high school sports coverage here on your daily local. We could not bring you these broadcasts, these game coverages without the help of our great sponsors. So thank all of them here tonight. And again, about 3:45 to go before the start of this one. We're going to take a look now at our Howard Hanna Professionals keys to the game. I can almost spit that out tonight.
Okay, Howard Hanna Professionals can help you get the keys to a new home. Call 814-726-2000 or visit howardhannaprofessionals.com.
And we'll start with the visiting Lancers who are on the court warming up right now. Key for the victory for General McLane tonight is, as we mentioned earlier, find a way to get some points strung together early, take the crowd out of it, and then settle in and play your game. For Warren, their key to victory here tonight is just do what you've been doing these last 4 games on the road. Get your the players are rolling up behind us. They're checking on the timeout here. So the first key is for them to get on the floor on time before this match gets started. Right. But their key to victory, find a way to get your setter Bryn Norris to find Nozzle, Kabiska, Addie Corey, Julie Gettner, your big hitters along the front of the net. get some big swings on the ball. This is a young General McLane team, and maybe you can get some intimidation factor going early and take them out of their game. And that is our Howard Hanna Professional keys to the game for tonight's matchup. And I think they all just want to come down here and see what we're doing in the broadcast booth.
It's not because I'm here. They don't know I'm here.
We've had about 4 or 5 different Warren team members, and they're coming to check the scoreboard clock, see how much time they have left to warm up upstairs in the. I guess that's. It was a wrestling room.
Used to be the wrestling
now it's
room.
just got batting cages and baseball.
Multi-purpose room, I suppose. I don't know.
But they're doing some warm-ups up there and making sure that they don't miss out. But they usually sound the buzzer when it's about time for teams to get on the floor to announce the starting lineups.
They'll send one of the assistants out looking for them. But yeah, well, that's you got to do what you got to do, and if they want to work on something, McLean's got the floor right now, so Warren will have to just adjust.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of assistants, we're talking about this a little bit before we went on the air. There are some very familiar names on the bench as assistant coaches for Mike Dolan. Obviously, Sue Baldensberger has been his assistant coach for a long time now. But also on that bench, you've got former players Paige Wilson, Ellie Lobdell, and Grace Wortman. And there's not only is there a lot of experience and talent in those names, but knowledge of what it takes to win district championships. And that kind of knowledge sometimes is invaluable when you're trying to pass it on to younger players.
Absolutely. Talent will only take you so far, but there is such a thing as learning how to win. And a lot of that has to do with persevering. And when you face adversity, that's your test. You've got to learn to overcome that. Nobody who folds a tent is ever going to be a winner.
Yeah. And again, Paige Wilson was on that great Warren girls basketball team that won their first district title, and obviously Grace Wortman, Ellie Lobdell were part of that fantastic 2018 volleyball team that went all the way to the state championship game. And man, was that a fun ride to cover that team and those girls. And it's kind of scary to think now almost all of them are graduated college at this point in time. 2018 does not seem like it should have been that long ago.
No, actually, that doesn't seem it to us, but it probably does to them, because when you're younger, time seems to go by more slowly than it does now. I believe we're getting ready for the national anthem and the starting lineups.
I forgot to take a peek at who was doing the public address announcing here this evening. I know it's that is athletic director extraordinaire John Sittler on the microphone. We'll turn it over to him for the pregame announcements.
The highest ideals of good sportsmanship. Actions or language meant to demean contestants, teams, spectators, and officials are not in the highest ideals of interscholastic education and will not be tolerated. Offensive and unsportsmanlike language or conduct will not be tolerated and may serve as grounds for removal. Please respect our student athletes, coaches, contest officials, and administration with your cooperation to promote a safe, positive game environment. Thank you. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Yeah, and you can probably hear this crowd in the background. There are a lot of people here. The seats are still being filled. And we're going to get the starting lineups right now from John Sittler.
First for General McLane.
Number 15, junior center, Peyton Frick.
Now there's number 15, Peyton Frick.
Number 20, sophomore outside hitter, Kylie Fleek.
Number 20, Kylie Fleek.
Number 9, sophomore middle hitter, Nika Bosta.
Number 9, Nika Bosta.
Number 21, junior outside hitter, Anna Banks.
Number 21, Anna Banks.
Number 16, senior right side, Maddie Rocco.
Number 16, Maddie Rocco.
Number 22, senior middle, Ella Sturgis.
Number 22, Ella Sturgis.
And number 2, senior libero, Ella Krause.
And number 2, Ella Krause. The starting lineup for the Lancers here this evening as the lights go down in anticipation of the starting lineup for the Warren Dragons.
And the starting lineup for the Warren Dragons. Number 15, sophomore right side, Haley Kabiska.
Number 15, Haley Kabiska.
Number 13, junior center, Bryn Norris.
Number 13, Bryn Norris.
Number 2, junior defensive specialist, Peyton Johnson.
Number 2, Peyton Johnson.
22, junior libero, Alicia Sorensen.
Number 22, Malicia Sorensen.
Number 1, senior middle hitter, Lily Newton.
Number 1, Lily Newton.
Number 7, senior defensive specialist, Lauren Baker.
Number 7, Lauren Fabick.
Number 25, junior, the girl in the middle, Addie Corey.
Number 25, Addie Corey.
Number 14, senior outside hitter, Peyton Roderson.
And number 14, Peyton Roderson.
And number 12, senior outside hitter, Madeline.
And number 12, Madeline Nozzle, your starters for the Dragons here this evening.
Well, Brian, we already know what Haley Kabiska is capable of doing based on what we saw earlier in the JV contest. She's an athlete.
Yeah, definitely has a strong arm on her, that's for sure. Before we get started here, I want to let you know our first set tonight is brought to you by Elwood National Forge. It's never too soon nor too late to set another goal or dream another dream. If now is the time for you, Elwood National Forge can help with multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from. Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay, and benefits, including 401k and insurance to start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
And Elwood is just a short ride from Warren, PA, about 4 miles down the road.
And another one of those the great sponsors that we have, longtime sponsor, is Elwood National Forge, and certainly want to thank them for all the great support they've given us over the years. Is one of those balls that the players were throwing into the crowd at the start of the as they were being introduced, got kicked back onto the floor. And Nalza picked it up, tried to throw it in the crowd, and they weren't looking for it.
Well, we're getting ready to start here. This should be a good matchup.
And already that's the crowd getting fired up, Tim. And we talked about that a little bit in the pregame. Is General McLane's got to find a way early on to kind of take them out of this match.
Corey Nozzle and Norris are making up the front line for the Dragons. Now, I'm learning this game. They're going to rotate throughout. Yeah. Is that correct?
Yeah, so you'll see number 22, Malicia Sorensen. She's the libero. So she's waiting for the official, the down referee here, to tell her it's okay to come in for Lily Newton there in the back. As it looks like it will be Peyton Johnson going to serve. Warren will serve first. And that's what the little ball on our Rouse scoreboard powered by Seneca Generation indicates is who is serving. And Johnson serves it, tips the net. And McLane able to save it, and they get a kill from number 21, Anna Banks, for the first point of the match.
Let me ask you something. Was that ball trapped when they hit it?
It didn't look like it. She got underneath it, yeah.
All right, I was just wondering about that. It looked a little weird to me.
And Peyton Frick with the serve right to Johnson. Bryn Norris sets Addie Corey. And Frick gets that one. It goes up into the rafters, but the Lancers are able to recover. Norris sets Nozzle this time. Big swing off the block. But right there was the General McLane libero, Ella Krause. This time Corey, and Krause is there again. And that one blocked down by Madeline Nozzle at the net.
She got off the floor for that one. She's not one of the taller players. At least it doesn't appear that to me. But great job on the defensive end there.
Generates a lot of power from those legs and gets up and over the net. And Krause saves it, and the Lancers do get it over. Norris for Nozzle again. Took some off. A little change up there, but Frick was ready. Norris this time for Newton. Tips it over. Frick gets a piece. Krause is there, but nobody else is holding that one.
Set that up beautifully. And they were able to get it in where there was nobody covering.
Addie Corey is serving for the Dragons. Krause down to get that one. And set by Ella Sturgis was a little too low for Maddie Rotko. And the error leads to a point for Warren. Frick calls off Krause. Big swing from Fleek in the back row. Norris gets it to Nozzle, but hit that one. You could see that one go right off the heel of her palm.
Yeah, I don't think that's what she was intending. The trajectory was way too low on it. She wanted to get more of her arm under it. Didn't happen that way.
Norris sets Newton, big swing. And that, I think that's a 5-pointer. That one went up into the basketball hoop, came through the net, and somehow the Lancers got it over. Nozzle through the block, but Frick is there. Little tap, and somehow Warren gets it over, and then Sturgis wins the joust at the net with Bryn Norris.
Front line migrated over to where the ball was, and then there was nobody on the backside, and that's where they hit it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see that happen again for a long time here.
Anna Banks with the serve. Newton on the swing, and that's a little miscommunication as Frick and Krause came together. I think Krause had the better angle on that, and I'm not sure Frick knew Krause was there.
Miscommunication. I agree with you. I don't think either one of them really knew what the other one was going to do.
Norris serving. Warren leading 4-3. Elwood National Forge first set. Got a stoppage of the down official was talking to somebody at the scorer's table. Now Norris will serve. And the attack goes to Sorensen. Norris sets Nozzle. Big swing, and somehow Anna Banks fought that off for the dig. And the Lancers get it over. Norris going to try the other side. It's blocked back by Sturgis on the big swing from Kabiska.
Great defense on that play, or offense, if you want to call it that. But she held her ground, and there was a lot of velocity on that ball, which is why it came back so fast.
Leona Eimers serving for General McLane. And Norris gets it to Nozzle. Eimers is there to dig it out. And again, some confusion, but the Lancers get it over. But no, it went, so the up official is indicating that it went on his side of the pole there that's sticking up on the top of the net. And so that was out of bounds, and that's why the whistle was blown there.
It was a nice effort by Malicia Sorensen to try to save that.
And we're going to see Peyton Wilderson take the floor for the first time for Warren. Comes in for Peyton Johnson. And Nozzle will be serving. And she serves that one a little strong, but apparently one of the Lancers got a piece of that just a little.
Maybe
I think her arm here maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say that was okay. We'll take it,
But it goes as an ace for Nozzle, and it is 6-4 Warren, Elwood National Ford's first set. That one is well out of play.
A little adrenaline behind that shot.
Well, you got to think there's got to be some adrenaline. It's the home opener. You've been on the road for 2 weeks. You've had 4 matches plus a couple of tournaments already, and this is the first time you're getting a chance to play in front of the home crowd.
Family and friends are all here, and you want to do a good job for them.
Tori Reynolds serving for General McLane. Norris sets it for Kabiska. Big swing and a thunderous kill from Haley Kabiska.
She just picked up where she left off in the JV game. That was a velocity on that one.
Well, that was something that I mentioned to you as Sorensen gets ready to serve, that you could see in the JV matches last year that she's got some power in that swing.
Oh yeah.
Nozzle and Sorensen come together to keep that off the floor. Roderson saves it, goes off of Reynolds and out of play.
She did a nice job because she was off balance when she hit that ball, and it still found its target. 8-5 right now. Dragons ahead.
And a free ball by Banks. Sorensen will set it for Roderson this time. And General McLane is there, but the pass to Bosta got a little behind her, and she was unable to get under it to put it over the net.
Leona Elmers with a nice dig there for McLean.
And Sorensen serves that one out of play.
Just a little bit.
So it's Kylie Fleek serving for the Lancers. Norrison gets it back row to Nozzle. Norris going to go to Kabiska this time. Took a little off, and then a diving dig there by Eimers, but it's put right back down. I believe that was Addie Corey on the kill for the Dragons.
That was a nice play as she extended and was able to get the ball just inside the line.
Well, I'm going to say I think the flannel panel is correcting me there because they were chanting Haley Kabiska after that point. So maybe it was her that got the hand on the ball for the kill as she's back to serve. And there's one thing, those student sections will let you know sometimes who makes the plays. Roderson with the swing is too strong and out of play.
There's a nice hustle play by number 15 on that one, Kabiska. She's been all over the court tonight so far.
As Sturgis comes back in for General McLean, while Fabic will re-enter for the Dragons. Warren leading 10-7, Elwood National Ford's first set. Kraus serving. Norris sets it. This time it is Addie Corey, but she hits it wrong.
Everybody's got a little epinephrine flowing through the system tonight.
And Kraus sends it right back. Well, that's one of those things that a lot of coaches will go back and you look at those unforced errors, service errors, attack errors, when you beat yourself in a lot of ways, and they'll go back and count those up and say, hey, maybe if we cut some of those in half, we win this match. Norris sets Nozzle with a tip and gets the point. And athletic there again by Nozzle to make sure she didn't cross the line coming down.
I think everybody expected her to slam another one, and she just took everything off of that. Change up.
And through the block that time goes Anna Banks for the Lancers kill. Yeah, it's like a great power pitcher, Tim. That Nolan Ryan Express, right? And he'd fire those 100-mile-an-hour fastballs at you, but when he took something off of it, pulled that string, it was darn near impossible to hit because you're anticipating the hit.
Absolutely, and you're way ahead of it.
Frick serves. Fabic gets it to Sorensen. Goes cross court. Lancers are there. And through the block again is Anna Banks.
Yeah, that was a lot of force on that ball, and both Norris and number 25, Corey, made contact with it, but by that time there was nothing they could do.
Norris gets it over to Corey. Frick is there. Norris going to set Nozzle this time again with a little changeup.
Oh, that was pretty.
And again, it just, there's nothing you can do. I mean, when you're Sturgis and Rotko at the net, you've got to go up anticipating the big swing. And you know, when she pulls that little changeup, it's just really hard to defend. Frick gets it to Banks, and this time it's blocked down by Norris.
That was beautiful. The play before, I think when she took it off, they were on their way down from the peak of their jump, and there's nothing you can do.
At that point, you're really kind of in no man's land there. As Addie Corey serves and ties up Bella Weed. Krause somehow saves it, and the Lancers get it over. Norris for Nozzle. This time she puts some on it, but Weed is there. Krause to Banks, falling backwards. And now Warren trying to settle as Norris puts it into the net.
Yeah, that was another heel of the hand shot there.
Yeah.
It just didn't come off of the way she wanted it to. Warren's maintained a 3-point lead for much of this first game.
Anna Banks at the service line for the Lancers. And again, we've got the down official was talking to somebody at the scorer's table, making sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. Norris for Nozzle. Through the block and down for the kill.
Back to the 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah. Forget the curveball, Ricky. Stick with the heater, right?
Yeah. Dance with who brung you.
Yep. Norris back to serve. Frick with a back set to Banks. The Dragons get it over. Norris looking for Nozzle. Took it off and found the soft spot of the defense.
Back to the changeup, and a nice sequence by both teams right there to keep it volleying.
Well, and that's just the maturity that you've seen in Maddie Nozzle's game over the last couple of seasons. You know, a couple of years ago as a sophomore, she probably hammers that ball, and now she's finding those soft spots and putting it where they aren't, as the baseball players like to say.
Yep.
Norris to Newton was just out of her reach, and Sturgis came over the net to put it down.
They were probably talking to each other in a way that they weren't sure where to go with it, and then they both that was a good play on McLane's part, though.
Oh, excuse me. They apparently Sturgis was in the net. They've awarded the point to Warren, and Norris is back to serve again. So, apologize, I didn't see that call.
Yeah, I thought McLane got the point out of that.
Sturgis hammers one, but well out of play. And again, that's some of that youth that we see here with General McLane, Tim. Is we talked about that maturity that Maddie Nozzle has in her game, and that one, I think that was 5 hits before they blew the whistle, but
well, yeah, it was more than they needed, and they just couldn't get it over the net. That's sometimes what happens is you start losing balance and you just flail at it.
And that will lead to a Lancers timeout. It is a Ross Becker Insurance timeout. Ross Becker Insurance Group, with locations in Corey, Northeast, and Seneca, strives to deliver a personal and beneficial experience to its customers while providing a great place to work for its valued team members. Team Ross Becker, that's Ross Becker. And speaking of Corey, you talk about some great volleyball programs. The Beavers have another one over there in Corey this season, the #1 team in Class 2A, and looking to get back to that state championship match and win it this year is Corey. And they've certainly got a great shot at doing that. And Warren saw them in the tournament final, I think, at Fort LaBeouf not that long ago.
It's going to be one of those where if and when we face them, it's, Warren can put a feather in their cap if they can beat them.
Yeah. I don't believe they have a dual match scheduled this season. I know they've met in a couple of tournaments already, and but no dual match between the Dragons and Beavers this year. But that is always another one of those teams that's fun to watch when you get a chance to see them. So out of the Ross Becker Insurance timeout, Norris serves it out of play. So the timeout pays dividends for Jenna Bennett and the Lancers. Still 7-point lead for the Dragons in the Elwood National Forge first set. Eimers serves. And the set to Nozzle off the block, but Banks was there. Tipped, saved, and Kabiska unable to put it over the net. As I should clarify that. Haley Kabiska was unable to put it over the net off the dig from Peyton Kabiska. His number 24 is now on the floor.
Yeah, Haley tried a backhand on that one, just did not quite get enough oomph on it.
So Peyton sets it to Nozzle. Banks is there. Diving is Johnson, and then a little miscommunication between Newton and Peyton Kabiska.
Yeah, they collided there, both attempting to save that ball and get it over the net.
So 3 straight points out of the Ross Becker Insurance timeout for the Lancers. Peyton Kabiska sets Nozzle, who says, I've had enough of that, and hammers one down the line to make it a 20-14 lead for Warren. And Nozzle will go back to serve now. Frick sets it for Bosta. Peyton Kabiska to Peyton Woderson. Tipped around. Frick going to try Rotko that time. It's put over the net. And Frick going to do it herself, and Sorensen dives and puts it over. Frick to Bosta again. Sorensen dives and hits the net.
Boy, she really went all out on that sequence to try to keep that ball going for Warren. That was a heck of an effort.
Well, and Frick was setting everybody on the General McLane side, trying to find somebody who could put down the point for him. And eventually they did. And now it is a 5-point Warren lead with Reynolds back to serve. And that one kind of caught in between
Sorensen and Watterson.
Yep.
Were they like not sure who was going to take it?
I think it was a little bit of, it was right in between. You know, Sorensen would have had to, Wooderson would have had to back up for it, and Sorensen was coming over to her left, and neither of them had a great opportunity. It goes as an ace for Reynolds. And Haley Kabiska with another big kill.
Of ace. Well, Dragons have led most of the way so far in game one.
Sorensen serving. Reynolds gets it to Banks, who just tucks it in the back line. Great ball placement there by Anna Banks.
Yeah, Malaysia just thought, judgment, I'm going to let it go because it looks like there's too much on it. That was close.
It was a perfect ball placement by Banks. Gets the Lancers within 4. Peyton to Haley. He's dug out there by Eimers. And then blocked down. Corey and Haley Kabiska team up for the block. And we're going to see Addison Ristaw, number 4, check in for the first time. And Norris will come in for Peyton Kabiska. And Ristaw will go back to serve. Warren 3 points away from taking the Elwood National Forge first set. As number 1, Bella Weed back on the floor for the Lancers. And Banks with a little tip. Ristaw gets it to Norris, and Corey had to turn around to put that one over the net, and Banks puts a big swing on, but sends it out of play. It was a nice little U-turn there by Addie Corey to put that one back over.
Yeah. Sometimes you can really mess people's timing up if you do it just right, and that one is another point for the Dragons.
Talk about just right. Perfect serve right down the line, had a little English on it, and now Addison Rislaw is serving set point for Warren here in the Elwood National Forge first set. And free ball. Norris to Corey, puts it away. And Warren takes set number one, 25-17. We'll be back with the second set right here on your Daily Local. You have the YDL Sports Network right after this.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verischetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off.
All right, welcome to the Verischetti Holdings second set. Companies within the Verischetti Holdings Group include Phoenix Sintered Metals, Superior Energy Resources, Allegheny Electric Service, and Verischetti & Son Incorporated. Find out more at VerischettiHoldings.com.
Brian Hagberg, Tim Giuliano with you on Your Daily Local, the YDL Sports Network. Warren takes the first set over visiting General McLane, 25-17. The Lancers will serve to start the second set. It'll be Peyton Frick, looks like, back to serve as some of the JV players are bringing in the Little Caesars box.
Yeah, can't go without that, right?
And so taking a look, let's see, it looks like number 10, Sabine Gaynor, number 22, Ella Sturgis, 21, Anna Banks, number 20, Kylie Fleek, 2, Ella Kraus, and 15, Peyton Frick on the floor to start the Verischetti Holdings second set for General McLane. And for Warren, it is 15, Haley Kabiska, 22, Malucia Sorensen, 12, Madeline Nossel, 13, Brent Norris, 14, Peyton Wooderson, and 25, Addie Corey on the floor. Norris trying to get it back to Kabiska, and she just had to put over a free ball. Norris gets a hand on it. Sorensen's there, and Wooderson from the back row. Sturgis goes long.
Yeah, I noticed both teams trying to really set somebody up, and it wasn't there for either one.
So Haley Kabiska serving for the Dragons. Kraus gets it to Banks. Corey tipped it. Norris right back to Corey, and she goes long.
aiming for those corners.
Yeah. That's usually a good spot to aim, but you gotta put it inside the white lines instead of outside the white lines.
Yeah, let it drop.
Banks serves. Sorensen down to get it. Norris going to try Waterson this time. She fights it through Sturgis.
And it looked like they had more or less a fake on Corey. Addie Corey went up, and Waterson was the one that really slammed it home, but it could have been either one of them.
And Peyton Johnson comes in for Waterson. You talk about some athletic families that we've seen here in Warren Sports. The Waterson certainly fit that bill.
Everybody blessed with ability.
Gets it through the block. Sorensen puts over the free ball. Frick back to Sturgis. And Corey got a piece of it. And Sorensen fell down.
Fabik was the nearest player, and she realized that ball was going to hit the ground before she could get set up to hit it.
But, Kira was a great soccer player, and Layton just graduated, was a phenomenal track athlete and basketball player.
Yeah, and Peyton, great basketball player.
Not too shabby on the volleyball end either. No. Corey puts down the kill.
Not at all.
And Corey will go back to serve. And it kind of ties up Banks, but they get it over to Bosta. And Nozzle just taps it over the net. Norris for Nozzle, and this time she ties up Banks.
No doubt about that one. She really put the mustard on that.
Frick gets it to Gaynor, and we've got a whistle. Looks like there's a net violation against the Dragons. It looked like she was saying number 15, but that's Kabiska, who's not on the floor. Maybe it was Addie Corey, 25. But either way, it was a net violation, and the serve goes to General McLane. As I see number 18, Julie Gettner, on the floor for the first time tonight for the Dragons. And Norris sets Nozzle through the block and down for the kill.
Dragons are doing a real good job right now of setting people up and giving them a good shot.
Well, that was going to be one of the big questions coming in for Warren. You know, they lost a phenomenal setter in Lindsay Madigan to graduation last year, and who was going to step in and fill that role? And Norris has done it quite well as Bosta puts down a kill for General McLane. And, that's something, if you don't have somebody, you can have the greatest hitters in the world. If you don't have somebody that can set them up well and consistently well, it's not going to do you a whole lot of good.
Right, and Warren's done, I think, an excellent job of that because it gives the person time to get set and, balance him or herself.
Norris to Gettner puts that in the net, and as we're talking about good, consistent sets, a little miscommunication there between Norris and Gettner.
Isn't that how it always happens?
Well, I said something about it, so.
He hasn't missed a free throw in 700 tries. Oops.
Nozzle with the tip over, and Reynolds unable to handle it for General McLean.
Nice placement. Wasn't a lot of velocity, but just that she knew where to hit it.
And Nozzle back to serve. Set over to Banks. Diving is Norris. Waterson keeps it in play, and Nozzle puts it over. Reynolds gets it back, and Banks with the free ball. Norris to Gettner through the block, and then there was Lily Gee to keep it alive. Blocked at the net. Wow. Gettner and Kabiska.
Gettner with a lot of power behind that one, and I'm surprised they were able to keep it in play.
And number 5, Brooke Sherry checking in for Peyton Roberson. Warren coach Mike Dolan sharing a little laugh with the flannel panel over there, as that's going to be that was, I think, a miscount. That certainly looked like 4 hits by the Lancers, but they play on, and as the kids like to say, ball don't lie.
So Dragons up by 3 points right now, 8-5.
Lead the match 1-0
in the Verischetti second set.
And Nozzle serves that one into the net.
I notice also, much like in tennis, if you can get them in an awkward position initially from one of the strikes you make, it usually serves you very well. No pun intended.
As that serve goes long and out of play. Sorensen now for the Dragons. Banks goes down to get that one, then Sturgis right at Nozzle. And Norris sets Sherry, just tucks it in the back line.
Perfectly placed.
Well, just nothing General McLane could do with that one. I mean, you let that one go and hope that it goes a little bit farther, about two more inches longer on the floor. A little sinking serve there from Sorensen. The Lancers just able to get it over the net, and Sorensen sets Kabiska off of Kraus.
And unfortunately for the Lancers there, that was one of those where she should have let it go. But
no, it's instinct sometimes, though. You see that ball coming at you, you just put your hands up to try to do something with it. Lancers get it over, and Sorensen will give it over to Brooke Sherry into the net. Though they say the Lancers touched. And hammering it home is Addie Corey.
Yeah, with authority.
Yeah. And that gets the student section up and cheering again. They come in lulls sometimes. You'll just have that stretch of points where there's not a big kill or a diving save or something like that, and it just sometimes the crowd can kind of sit on their hands a little bit, and all it takes is one big swing to get them right back up and going. Oh, off the net, and down for the ace.
It could have gone either way, Brian. I thought maybe it was going to come right back at Warren, but it did not.
And that's one of those, just, if you're General McLane, there's just nothing you can do with that.
No.
You get it to Banks, puts it through the block. Norris got a hand on it, and Sorensen with the diving effort, but well out of reach.
Dragons got a 6-point lead right now. Although those can evaporate.
Yes, very quickly. Gaynor checks back in for the Lancers, as it is Peyton Frick serving. Newton gets it over to Sherry. Frick going to set Banks. Right to Sorensen. And again, Newton and Norris kind of, I think, went opposite of where they needed to go. And by the time they realized that Newton could just put a hand on it.
Yeah, neither one, I don't think, was sure who was going to handle it. And indecision cost them a point.
Sorensen to Nozzle for the back row kill. And that is what makes her so dangerous, is that she can get you from anywhere on the floor.
Well, you've been watching her play a while. That's pretty typically what she does, isn't it?
Well, it's a lot of Meadville fans. A lot of Emma Parks in that. She was a phenomenal player for the Bulldogs. Graduated last year, and she was another one that could just get you from anywhere on the floor. Sorensen with a diving save as Sherry puts over the free ball. Frick to Gaynor, but Nozzle's there. Norris sets Corey. Banks gets a handle on that one. And we play on. Norris for Sherry into the net.
That's why those saves become so important. You can be down, and it looks like you're not going to get any points, and then all of a sudden, you get another chance.
Yeah. Well, and it's, if you're the opponent and you see that it looks like it's about to hit the floor, your natural inclination is to maybe to let up a little bit, and then suddenly they put it over, and you got to change course as Corey gets that kill down.
And I'm sure in practice there are drills and drills and drills to where you get to where it's automatic and you don't have to think, how hard should I hit this ball? Because in the midst of playing, you don't have time to do that. It's just reaction.
And again, the down official confirming the correct rotation for somebody at the scorer's table. I can't see which scorer she's talking to, but...
You got a better shot than I do. I'm too short.
I got a little about 8-inch window that I can tell that she's at the scorer's table, but cannot see who she's talking to. And I see both Jenna Bennett and Mike Dolan kind of sharing a little chuckle, like, okay, anytime now, we'd like to continue this match.
Yep. As we are actually the barrier here is an old science table from Warren Area High School that is now in the perch.
So now Brooke Sherry will serve for the Dragons, leading 15-9. Varasketti holding second set. Lead the match 1-0. Norris for Corey. Another big swing for Addie Corey.
All of them are doing that tonight.
Addie Corey racking up the kills here for the Dragons. Corey might have got a piece of that at the net, and then Gaynor tried to fire it back, but...
Would there be interference possibly there?
No, I mean, as long as she's over the net, but that little tap could have changed the trajectory of where that ball was going and altered Gaynor's shot, so... As that serve's going to go long and out of play.
Just a little bit long, but enough to forfeit the point.
Peyton Johnson back on the floor for the Dragons, and looks like Bosta is coming back in for the Lancers as Kraus will head back to the service line. Norris sets for Nozzle. Nozzle tried to change directions there and go down the near sideline, but put a little too much curve on it and went out of play.
And nobody hit it between there and it going out, so.
It's a smart choice by Nozzle there. Try to throw a little misdirection, and Gaynor puts it into the net again. So as I said, all it takes sometimes is that one little something, and they're right back at it. So Addie Corey will serve. And Corey sticks a hand out there to keep that in play. And Nozzle with some hang time, but Banks is there. Frick back to Banks. Blocked down at the net. Gettner and Norris again. Couple of big blocks this set for Gettner. When you talk about an advantage, I mean, she didn't play. It says Addie Corey serves up an ace to make it 20-11.
You know, Gettner looked like she wasn't sure that ball was coming to her, and then it was too late for her to react. I don't think she was ready for that.
So Peyton Kabisca has just checked back in for the Dragons. And off the top of the net, but Kraus is there this time, and Bosta with a big swing, but Johnson gets it to Kabisca to Nozzle off the block.
She's had a lot of those tonight.
Yeah. Well, and it's, this is interesting for Warren. This is something, and I've been covering them for a long time now, that you haven't really seen a lot of, where they've almost got dual setters now with Norris and Peyton Kabisca. And that's as Fleek puts that one down the line for a point, but that's something that Corey did last season with Haley Momau and Peyton McRae, and it worked very well for the Beavers. I mean, obviously worked while they got to the state championship match, but, Warren's been one of those teams that's been, they've got one setter, and she plays the entire match, and we've seen Kabiska and Norris kind of sub out a couple of times here tonight. That could be a big advantage for Warren come the postseason if they're able to have a second setter that they can bring in kind of at will as that attempted attack goes into the net.
Versatility helps a lot in situations like that. And it looks like Kabiska is going to be another player who, much like Nozzle, that can do all those things and do them all well.
So Haley Kabiska is just checked back in. She's in the front row with Gettner and Nozzle, while Peyton Kabiska will serve. Reynolds to Bosta. And that one was into the net. So 4 hits on the Dragons. Gettner tried to put a big swing on it, but went into the top of the net. Eimers on to serve for General McLane.
New to this game, is there any requirement as far as rotating in and out of numbers and how many times per game you have to do it?
You have to. Big swing there by Nozzle goes out of play. You have to be in the correct rotation, so like the players have to move in a specific way.
So like stacking batters in baseball is the kind of thing you want to avoid.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not, as that serve goes out of play, it's not like football, right, where, you can't wear a number 62 and go run out for a pass kind of thing. But yeah, they can only come in at certain points for certain players. And to try to, if I had a telestrator, I might be able to better explain the rotation as Nozzle with a big serve. It goes out of play.
Well, hopefully some of the people that are viewing and listening in tonight are getting an education, because I never realized all the nuances of volleyball, and I'm learning there a lot more that I got to learn.
And Bosta puts that one into the net and gives Warren set point here. Verschetti holding second set. It'll be Milicia Sorensen to serve for the set win. And she ties up Eimers for the ace and the second set victory for the Warren Dragons, 25-15 here in set number 2.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Healing Beauty by KJ. For all your hair, makeup, and beauty needs, visit Healing Beauty at 112 Pennsylvania Avenue West in Warren, or at shophealingbeauty.com.
And we will be back with the third set right after this on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verschetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off. At AGI Industries in Clarendon, our state-of-the-art fabrication facility brings your custom-engineered products to life. With cutting-edge machinery and skilled professionals, we deliver precision-crafted solutions tailored to your needs. From trench box and storage container rentals to sandblasting, refurbishing, and painting equipment, plus expert metal fabrication, compressor stations, filters, separators, ASME vessels, and pig loaders, AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
And we remind you that tonight's volleyball match is being brought to you in part by Lander Hope Clinic. Medical care for your whole family. Call 814-593-0011 or visit landerhopeclinic.com to request an appointment.
And Warren will serve to start the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg halftime show. The Allegheny Grill, where you come for the food, come for the view and stay for the food. I'll get that right. Been doing that one long enough. I should know.
I always go for the food, right?
Visit them online, AlleghenyGrill.com. Been long time supporters from day one. Really, the Allegheny Grill has down in Foxburg, and again, can't thank them enough. We wouldn't be able to do what we do here without our great sponsors. So. It'll be Peyton Johnson to serve to start the Allegheny Grill third set for the Dragons. And I see back in the back corner, I'm not sure if he's in the frame, but great photographer here in Warren County. Mark Evans is Addie Corey with another block at the net. And Mark has always been so kind. Let us use some of his photos of the action here for Warren Sports. And he is a phenomenal photographer. We are very lucky to have Mark here in Warren County.
Yeah. Yep, he's made some really classic photographs over the years.
And so some confusion. I guess they didn't officially wait for the down official before Sorensen came in for Newton. But, and that's when we were talking last set about the rotations and who can sub in. That's usually when the down official goes to the scorer's table. That's what she's verifying, whether they're coming in the right spot in the right rotation. And you can, if you play a point and you're not in the correct rotation, which part of that is, who gets to be in the front, who gets to be in the back, and where you can stand. If you're not in the correct rotation, that can cost you a point.
I see. Not like basketball or football when you're just running in and out of there.
And there was a conversation between the up official and the captains. But apparently we've got everything squared away, and Johnson serves that into the net.
Had a lot on it. It just didn't clear. Well, Peyton looks to me to be probably maybe 5'3", maybe. Not real tall. Not that, she can't serve it, but you need a little bit of loft on that. Oh.
Nozzle unable to get through the block that time, so instead she goes back with the changeup. Banks with the diving effort, just couldn't get there, and Sturgis sent that first swing back. Dragons kept it alive and tried nozzle again and gave that little change-up, went the opposite direction, and down for the point. And Sturgis, I think, is going to get called for a carry there. Yep.
Yeah. She did have it for a split second in her hands.
Yep. Addie Corey with the serve. Sturgis and Banks come together. They put over a free ball. Newton tipped it, and Johnson's going to have to give it back. Or excuse me, that was Fabic giving it back. And Sturgis unable to get through Newton's block.
That was tremendous. She just went straight up, and Newton, hammered it.
And I'll tell you, Newton's another one of those players. If she can get a little bit more consistent at the front of that net, could become a real dangerous weapon for the Dragons, especially as the postseason comes along. It's net violation against the Lancers.
Yeah, it looks like they do have some really good young talent there.
Corey serves that one into the net. And Newton's one of those players a couple of years ago when they did win the District 10 title. I had a monster game for Warren at the net, and it proved to be one of the differences in that District 10 championship. Banks serves. Sorensen gets it to Norris, and Newton somehow saved that.
That was a tremendous. She had to stay in while reaching out of bounds.
Norris for Newton. Little mistime there, but she still gets the swing on it and the point.
That was Newton there because what a play. Just, without going out.
You can see the flashes of it. It's just that if you can get that consistency from point to point and set to set, she suddenly becomes a very, very dangerous player.
Kind of reminiscent of the play where Dr. J went under the basket and how he was able to, do that without going out of bounds, but he still was able to make the bucket. Just same type of thing. I'm not saying she's Dr. J, but nobody is. But and that's for all the old people that were in school when I was in school. The rest don't know what I'm talking about, probably.
Norris serves Warren leading 6-2. Allegheny Girl third set. And that time, Fleek had just enough air under that, I think, to get through the block.
Norris did her best to try to dive and save it, but to no avail.
Sturgis serves. Norris for Haley Kabiska. Through the block, saved there by Frick. Newton at the net. And the Lancers put it back over. And Newton tried to fire it back, but Frick is there again and puts over a free ball. Third time's the charm. This time it's Kabiska. But again, Frick is there for the Lancers. Fleek tries to go, and a diving save by Sorensen at the net, tipped. And Johnson fell and was unable to recover as Jenna McLean gets the point. Great effort by both teams there to keep that point alive.
Yeah, Peyton, had she not fallen, I think she would have saved that ball and we would have had more volleying going on. And those are the points you hate to lose because you put so much effort into it.
Norris for Nozzle.
Oh, boy.
And Nozzle didn't want any part of a long volley that time.
Yeah, when in doubt, set Madeline Nozzle up,
And Nozzle will go back to serve. And that's a violation. She stepped on the line on the serve and can't do that, so it's a point for the Lancers.
So you don't have to be over the line, just on it.
Yeah, you can't contact the line at all on the serves. Bella Weed serving for General McLean. Norris had to go a long way to track that one down, and Waterson will put over a free ball. Frick for Bosta down to get it is Nozzle. Norris gets it to Waterson. Frick going to try Bosta again, took some off, and Nozzle's there again. And,
miscommunication there between Sorensen and number 13, Norris. Neither one of them knew who was going to take it.
Well, I think Norris had a beat on it, and Sorensen called it off late. And because Norris went late, Sorensen then came off herself as Weed serves that one into the net.
Yeah, and in the interim, the ball kept falling toward the ground.
Yeah.
Funny how gravity does that.
Sorensen serves. Kraus down to get it. And Frick unable to put it over the net.
That's a real nice serve by Sorensen because it was at a spot where are you going to underhand it or are you going to try to overhand it? And I think the McLean girl was indecisive about that.
Right down the line and in. What a serve by Malicia Sorensen. And Jenna McLean cannot believe it.
Bella Weed is just beside herself there.
Jenna Bennett can't believe it either. He was right in front of Bennett. She's got her hand on her head going, what in the world is that? That was clearly out, but
that's why I said,
yeah, it was hard to tell from this.
That one's out.
That one's out by a long way. So,
well, that was a gimme, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, I hope this isn't a situation where they're going to try to make up for the call down the road to even things out. There used to be a commercial on TV about that. Well, holding 73 offense. Yeah. Well, it really wasn't, but I made a bad call before that, so I'm making up for it now.
Sorensen gets it over to Wooderson off the block. Diving effort by Weed. She just couldn't get there.
Waterson's another one who's not terribly tall, but she can really spike it when she wants to.
Haley Kabiska serving. Kraus gets it over to Frick, and then Bosta puts it over. Norris sets Corey, and Corey delivers.
Yeah, she had some mustard on that one, too.
Had a phenomenal game, has Addie Corey tonight.
Yeah, you talk about players of the game.
Yeah.
I think there are several candidates here so far.
Absolutely. Visca serves again, and that one goes up into the rafters, but Weed able to track it down, and Cross puts it over. Norris, nozzle in the back row, had a little too much mustard on that one.
And that did not contact any McLane player on the way back.
Cross to serve.
I thought maybe it did.
Norris reaches over, gets it to Wolderson. Frick for Sturgis. Waited for the block and then tipped it over. And Corey, not waiting for anything, hammered it. Got Eimers right in the face.
Yeah, actually, Eimers got torqued around a little bit by the velocity on that one.
Well, that was a heady play by Sturgis to start that point, though. Waited for the blockers to be on their way down and then just gave it a little tip, but weren't able to recover and get the point. Frick for Banks. Norris to Nozzle. Oh. Anything you can do, I can do better. Addison Bristow checking back in for Lauren Fabick.
Yeah, Warren's got several players who can do those things, and it's that's the athletic talent alone can keep them in contests, even when they're not playing well.
Yeah, Johnson sent that one wide to the right, I guess, if we're thinking about kicking a field goal.
I was going to say, that sounds a lot like football.
Yeah.
Wide right.
Oh, don't say that too loud. The Buffalo fans will get a little PTSD going.
Oh, I watched that when it happened. It was so sad.
Norris to Corey. Sturgis tips it over right behind the defense.
Everybody got sucked in, and there was nobody back. Nice play by the Lancers there. Have the Dragons trailed in this one at all?
They have not. Oh, Johnson just unable to handle that one. Goes down as an ace for Frick, and that was one of those Johnson. When you miss a catch in baseball and you kind of look at the glove like, "What'd you do?"
Yeah,
she looked down at her arm, going, "What was that about?"
That wasn't how it was supposed to play out.
Norris sets Nozzle, and Nozzle puts down another kill.
She's probably had at least 8 of those since we got started tonight.
Well, I'll admit I failed. I usually keep track of the kills and blocks, and first time out for me this season for volleyball, and
first time out forever. I do appreciate the chance, though. Yeah. This is really cool, and I'm learning a lot already. Sorry about that. I got in the way of that point.
It's a carry called there on General McLane, so I gave the wrong point. Apologize for that. And Banks just gets it over the block. And Wistock came in and clearly got under the ball, but held on to it a little too long.
It kind of looked like she was bringing a pizza over there. Great attempt to save it.
Banks serves. Down to get it is Johnson. Norris gets it over to Nozzle. And Nozzle ties up Fleek.
Yeah, put it in an awkward spot where she couldn't do anything with it. Results in a point for the Dragons.
And both Kabiskas will check in here for Warren.
Are they same grade? Are they the same grade?
I believe so. I failed to put their class on my roster here. And
don't worry about it. I just was curious about that because I think you said the one who played JV ball is a sophomore? Freshman?
Hold on. Mike sent me the roster. I'll look.
Oh, okay. Those in our viewing and listening audience, I am being a pain in the butt.
No, you're asking questions that I should have the answers to, and again, I do not.
Well, McLane's trying to set up, and that falls short of the net. Number 22 for GM was Ellie Sturgis, and she just, trajectory-wise, was too low.
So Peyton is a junior, Haley is a sophomore.
Okay. So we got plenty of volleyball for them coming.
Oh, unfortunate point there for General McLane, as Savannah DeNicola put the ball up in the rafters and it hit one of the beams and then came down, and she was the only one in position that could get it anywhere near. But if she'd have hit it again, it would have been a double hit. You can't hit twice in a row. So
then there was nobody else there.
Nobody else in the neighborhood, so she had to let that one go as General McLane takes another Rossbecker Insurance timeout. I have it somewhere. I'll get it. Again,
Yes, you have it in the book.
Yeah, it's a first volleyball game of the year for me. Rossbecker Insurance Group, with locations in Corey, Northeast, and Seneca, strives to deliver a personal and beneficial experience to its customers while providing a great place to work for its valued team members. Team Rossbecker, that's Rossbecker. And our view of the court tonight is brought to you by Venango County. There's always something to see and do in Venango County. VenangoCountyPAS.gov.
19-12, the Dragons in the lead. This is the third game of the evening.
Big swing there. Peyton Kabiska able to get it, and then Sorensen saves it, and Haley Kabiska puts over the free ball. And blocked back there by Nozzle.
Who else?
Yeah. But out of play. So it is a point for the Lancers. Sturgis serves. Peyton Kabiska to Nozzle. Saved, and then unable to get over the diving Rodko was DeNicola. And it is 20-13. Warren closing in on a sweep over General McLane.
It's got to be a terrible feeling. You know that ball's coming down, but you're helpless to do anything about it.
Nozzle serves it. Frick to Rodko, saved there by Peyton Kabiska, but then put out of play. These are important points for some of these players that, Brooke Cherry and Peyton Kabiska, and you see Gettner out on the floor, Haley Kabiska out there as well as Weed misfires on that serve. But again, getting them as many points and reps as you can early in the season can only pay dividends for you down the line.
Absolutely. When it comes playoff time, they're not going to be rookies out there anymore.
And Sorensen serves up an ace. Warren 3 points away from a match win here in their home opener. Kraus gets that one to Frick over to Fleek. And Sorensen is there to keep it in play. Nozzle up to Brooke Sherry. Frick tried to get it to Bosta, but unable to get to it. Went a little too far.
Sherry did a nice job there. She floated up with the ball and knew she didn't want to touch that net at all.
Frick gets it over to Fleek. Peyton Kabiska to Brooke Sherry off the block. Kraus there to save for General McLane. Bosta gets it through the block and down.
Had a lot of spin on that ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure even if another Dragon had been able to get a hand on it after it went off the block that it would have gone anywhere with as much English as were on that ball.
Yeah, I don't think so. It just was really noticeable that it was, spinning a lot.
Eimers to serve. And through the block this time, Bosa with authority. And Jenna McLean not going quietly here. Eimers serves again. Kabiska to Corey. Just a little too much on that
Yeah, they're creeping back in. The lead is now 6.
And Corey put a hand out, and Sherry fell down.
And she didn't know where the ball was.
No. You know, this is one of the interesting things that I've noticed about Mike Dolan over the years is that he will wait until he feels it's absolutely necessary to call a timeout for his team. Tries to let him play through it as Banks gets that one past Haley Kabiska. And it is a 4-point set now.
Now might not be a bad time to call a timeout.
Well, but again, but this is where, you know, a lot of coaches at this point in time would absolutely, and Mike Dolan just doesn't do that. He lets his team play through it. And Bosa, I think, went left-handed on that attack.
She did.
Talk about throwing teams off, and right in the soft spot, Sorensen with the dive, and
I think we're going to get that.
And now Mike Dolan's going to take the Rossbecker Insurance timeout. We'll take it with him. High school volleyball on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network.
We think Rossbecker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that.
Apologize to our friends at Rossbecker Insurance. They came out of the timeout a lot quicker than they needed to. It's 23-20, Warren leading in the Allegheny Grill third set. And there, the timeout pays dividends as Brooke Sherry puts down a thunderous kill and gives Warren match point, 24-20. And Norris will come in for Peyton Kabiska as Haley Kabiska will go back to serve with a chance to close out a sweep in Warren's home opener.
I was glad for Sherry to get that point. I think she needed that.
Weed goes down to get it. Frick over to Banks. Tipped. Kabiska's there. Norris for Corey. Off the block. Back to Kraus. Frick for Bosta. Big swing, but it's out of play. And Warren completes the sweep with a 25-20 win here in set number 3. Dragons take the match 3-0 and gets a big sweep. Moves to 3-0 in region play ahead of a big showdown at Meadville on Thursday. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the Icy Inc. post-game show where we will have our Icy Inc. player of the game interview at high school volleyball on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
You've got dreams.
Hey, welcome into the Icy Ink post-game show for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Call Icy Ink at 814-688-0034. Visit them online, icyink.com. That's ICYYink.com. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool. Wear Icy. Our Icy Ink player of the game, Warren's Addie Corey, had a big match here tonight in the home opener. How good did it feel to finally get a home match in this season?
It took a long time to get a home match in, but it feels amazing playing back here again with the new team. It's going incredible so far.
So you guys kind of rolled through the first couple of sets, got a little scared there in set number 3. You took the timeout late. What did Mike Dolan say to you guys in the timeout?
He was pretty much telling us to stay confident, keep our hits going in, hit strong, and pass well like we know what to do. And we did what we knew how to do. So
come out, get the next couple of points, and come home with a win. And you guys are out now 5-0 on the season in dual matches, 3-0 in region play. How important was it for you to get out to a strong start in region play with a big one coming up in Meadville on Thursday?
Well, it was very important for us. We wanted to win everything, and that's what we're doing right now. But
and so obviously this is looking ahead a little bit to Thursday. Meadville's a team that you guys have battled with over the last couple of years. Going to be a different looking Bulldogs team though. No Emma Parks, no Schleicher for the Bulldogs. What do you expect to see when you head down to the House of Thrills in Meadville on Thursday?
They have very good middles. They have a good setter. They have a strong back row, so we have to play tough against them still.
And we were talking in the pregame. You've got matches, dual matches this year. You already played Maplewood, who's state ranked. You already played Cathedral Prep, who's state ranked. You're going to have Clarion coming in here in a month, who's state ranked. How do those kind of matches prepare you for the grind that is the postseason when you get to that point?
It makes us play harder teams and makes us try to work together more, and it's just better competition. So it prepares us for games like these.
So you're going to go to Meadville on Thursday, then you finally get to come back and have a string of games at home. A nice little homestand coming up for you here to close out the month. How much are you looking forward to actually playing, a couple of games in a row at home?
I love playing home on my home court. I love it so much. Playing with everyone that I know here, it's really exciting playing here.
Our Icy Ink player of the game, Warren's Addie Corey, a 3-0 winner over General McLane, 25-17, 25-15, 25-20. Addie, congratulations on the win. Good luck the rest of the season.
Much.
We'll be right back with more of the Icy Ink post-game show right after this.
Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com. Looking for affordable auto, home,
And welcome back into the Icy Ink post-game show. Your final here from Warren. The Dragons sweep visiting General McLane, 25-17, 25-15, 25-20. And Tim Giuliano, your first time in the broadcast booth for volleyball action. What'd you think?
First of all, thank you. Second of all, I'm glad that I got to see at least a couple of games live last year because it kind of prepped me. I love to watch. It's great entertainment sport. And we could see there are a lot of fans around the area by the great crowd tonight. It was exciting. It was fun to watch. And Warren, just looking at what they do, they anticipate so well. And I think that's why they're going to have a good season. You mentioned they're going to play some really, really good teams down the road, but I think our chances are pretty darn good. So this is a real treat. There is much I have to learn, especially how this stuff all goes together. But
well, yeah, you're not used to this part of it here, where the folks can see you.
We don't typically. I have not been a part of it that way, but that's okay. This is a neat experience, and hopefully I'll be able to help you out in some other volleyball this fall.
Yeah, well, it was an absolute pleasure to have you join the broadcast. We certainly look forward to having you come back for more. We'll be here live for every Warren home game, as well as Eisenhower. Allen Seabury will be up at Eisenhower for all of their home matches as well, right here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. And Tim, and a big win for Warren. They've got another big region match coming up here on Thursday, back on the road before they have a nice little homestand to close out the month.
Okay, well, it's been a blast, and I look forward to more.
All right, for Tim Giuliano, this is Brian Hagberg on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network, saying thank you so much for watching, everybody, and have a great night.